Well, Black and White Network, I truly do believe that Fani Willis and Nathan Wade are liars. I believe they actually perjured themselves on the stand. We'll actually have to see what happens with that, but we know that the Georgia Court of Appeals right now will be weighing in October, at least on the hearing anyway, on whether or not to disqualify Fani Willis from the Trump case. Now, Nathan Wade already got the boot because Judge Scott McAfee said, yeah, he needs to go or you're disqualified, Fani Willis, and your whole entire office. Now, Nathan Wade, man, he's not apologizing for this relationship with Fani Willis, even though he was a married man and apparently not taking care of his business, man. He said it's like apple pie, man. Everybody's doing it. No, Nathan Wade, not everybody's doing this, man. I mean, a workplace sexual relationship not happening all the time. But this man is not apologizing for his actions, man. Now, on a stand, he said that the relationship with Fani Willis started in somewhere around the spring of 2022. Fani Willis said somewhere around that time also as well, I believe. But Fani Willis's friend said, hey, this thing started in 2019. Also, Nathan Wade's divorce attorney said, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, even though he actually told Ashley Merchant, that the real details on this thing. But when he got on the stand, he caught amnesia. Yeah, he looked like a fool too. But I think it's clear, man, that Fani Willis and Nathan Wade clearly lied to the court. And they're probably going to have to pay the consequences for that eventually. Maybe Fani Willis will get disbarred. Maybe Nathan Wade also. Don't know. But this man pocketed a whole bunch of money from the taxpayers. Over $650,000, guys. $650,000. And he was taking Fani Willis on these lavish vacations. But we're supposed to believe that she paid him back in cash. No receipts, no evidence. Nobody believes this, guys. Well, Nathan Wade now is running his mouth again with CNN, the Communist News Network, guys. And boy, almost as soon as the name Fani Willis came up, guys, guess what happened? The interview came to a pause, a stop. Yeah, Nathan Wade's handlers, they stopped the interview, brought him to a quote-unquote sidebar, and then the interview resumed. Now, the question was asked, when exactly did this relationship with Fani Willis start? Oh, no, he can't answer that, guys, because he may end up, that may be used against him probably in the future, because it seems like he already lied once, man. We don't know exactly what his handlers said, but we got some shocking video footage here of what went on. Let's get into this, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Member live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching on Rumble, click the join button to get access to the same thing. Here we go, guys. Check this out. Bizarre on-camera moment as Nathan Wade's handler blocks the ex-Trump prosecutor from revealing when Fani Willis' affair began. Now, Caitlin Collins is the one from CNN that asked the question. And boy, he kind of tap danced around a little bit, and then his handler said, all right, we need to talk to you. So let's go ahead, guys, and watch this clip here of Caitlin Collins and Nathan Wade. Let's roll it.
What is your current relationship with the district attorney?
Just as outlined earlier, we are great friends. We speak regularly. The conversation has changed, though. Whereas before, our conversations were about this case. I'm sure you could imagine and appreciate the amount of time that it takes that you have to pour into a case a case of this magnitude, trying to prosecute those defendants. But our conversations have shifted to How are you? How are you handling the threats that are coming your way? Are you being safe? And, you know, democracy, the case will live on, kind of thing.
Just to clarify, when did the romantic relationship between the two of you start?
Yeah, so, you know, we get into, there's been this effort to say that, okay, these exact dates are at issue, and these exact dates are, I'm getting.
Yeah, he's looking over at his people, man. He's struggling to answer this question.
I'm getting signaled here.
Yeah, take it. Want to go off mic for a second?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, they took the mic off.
Keep rolling?
Keep rolling. Don't stop down there. Stay at speed.
So he's over there with his handler right there. They're going over something, man. They're probably telling him, hey, you probably better not answer this question right here. Now, if I'm Kaylin Collins, I'm going to follow back up and say, hey, when did this relationship start? So now he goes back over to the chair. They're about to start again.
Okay, we're good. We asked.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Just to revisit the question, it was to clarify when the romantic relationship started and when it ended.
Sure. So, you know, I believe that the public has, through the
Okay, so she did follow back up with that question. Okay.
testimony and other interviews, the public has a clear snapshot that this is clearly just a distraction. It is not a relevant issue in this case, and I think that we should be focusing on more of the facts and the indictment in the case.
But you still didn't answer the question. You still did not answer the question. Let's see what she actually asked here.
Well, I ask because obviously it's still a pending matter. It's going to be before the Court of Appeals. And you talked about how proud you were of all the work that you did in this office. And I think the question that people have when they hear from the Court of Appeals, this isn't happening until next spring, is did the relationship jeopardize that work that you did in this investigation?
And therein lies the issue.
Okay, so she didn't really press him again to answer that question. Wow.
Why we wouldn't touch upon the work of the Court of Appeals or some higher court, because it's a pending issue before them. I think that we should allow them, take a step back and allow them to take the evidence that they have and do their work, make the decision.
Right. But you did testify to this, and you were asked about, on the stand, about when it started and when it ended. It just wasn't completely clear, because before it said before the indictment, which was August 15th here in Atlanta, and then later the answer was at the end of that year. And so I think that was the clarity that people were seeking of when it started and when it ended.
Sure. And there again, there's a question before the court. And that is the crux of the question. I don't choose to say or do anything that would jeopardize the case or the court's ruling. I prefer to allow them to make their decision based upon what they have and accept it.
Do you believe, as you reflect on this, that your relationship with the district attorney was a mistake?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Wow.
What I believe is this whole conversation is a distraction. That's all. It's a tool to stop the train, to slow down the inevitable, which is the trial of the defendants named in the election interference case.
Do you believe the trial ultimately happens?
Absolutely. Absolutely it happens.
Mr. Wade, thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Wow, guys. Wow. Nathan Wade still saying no regrets whatsoever. But let's just be real. Let's just be real. If him and Fani Willis were not sleeping around, for one thing, I don't believe he would actually have been the special prosecutor here on this case. He's not qualified for this. But also, even if he was on his case, if Fani Willis and him weren't banging each other, then maybe this trial would actually be starting right now. So there's no doubt about it, guys, that he clearly jeopardized his case. Him and Fani Willis, they are the ones that actually destroyed his case, guys. They did that. This guy's an idiot, man. A complete idiot. And he's probably going to get in trouble, man. So he knew that, hey, I really can't answer that question. He tap danced around it, guys. Wow. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.